Okay. I don't even know if they're going to show anything I'm interested in here, but I think it's a full scale state of play. It's going to be 40 minutes long. I didn't want to miss it. I got home just in time. If you saw multiple live notifications, it's because I try to go live with my normal router, but for some reason it was just sucking. And so I would have had a few minutes to spare without cutting it this close. So I had to, well, I stopped the stream and then tried restarting it with even lower settings, and it was still looking not good. So I switched it to the satellite router, which ironically is looking a lot better right now than the normal one.
Studios, and I'm honored to present the first state of play of 2024.
Why is it Arabic subtitles by default?
Given us incredible stories, immersive worlds, and groundbreaking gameplay from PlayStation Studios.
I think I can risk making it 720.
We've also expanded PlayStation Plus with new features, including PS5 game
streaming. Oh, I never
PSVR 2 and PlayStation Portal, which released last
never
November,
posted it on Twitter.
Offering new and surprising ways for all.
I thought I literally just did that.
But none of this means anything without great games, like Helldivers 2, which kicks off a year of amazing experiences and diverse ways to play. Today, we're looking ahead to titles coming later this year and beyond, with extended gameplay and announcements we hope you find as exciting as we do here at PlayStation.
There, I posted it on Twitter as well. I don't know if anybody's going to show up, but should post it anyway. I keep forgetting the name of this game, but this is the not Bayonetta, right? Quote, character action game, even though I don't like using that descriptor as a genre. Are commands working? Let me refresh this page, because when I switched routers, it made it where I can't even see the preview anymore. Yeah, I am live.
Where a mysterious enemy called an Atiba has forced the human race to flee to an off-world colony.
It's not showing up because I had to switch routers without reopening OBS. Who cares about the lore in a third-person action game?
All we must do is complete the mission. While most of the 7th Airborne Squad is lost during their descent from the colony, Eve soon meets 2 new companions. Adam, born on Earth, is in pursuit of an energy source.
It'll take a few minutes for it to show up. I could just make it full screen if the chat's not going to show.
Lily, a member of the 5th Airborne Squad.
You look freaky. I think I might do, might just do this. While the, chat is taking forever. Why is this, like, widescreen?
This is Zion, a city built underneath the wasteland by the last human survivors on Earth.
A whole city underneath the wasteland.
Eve is called Angel by the survivors and is an.
Why is this, like, widescreen?
I'm not selling anything to you.
They'll seem a bit wary at first, but will gradually lose.
Here we go.
As Eve shows a commitment to rebuilding the city.
Hello, Angel. How are you?
Didn't mess it up over here, did it? No.
I can't believe the angel is here.
The survivors will sometimes ask Eve.
This is definitely a different type of trailer for this game than before. The other trailers were trying to show, like, a bunch of cutscenes and just
Their requests will often lead her to the wasteland.
set pieces. I think this is the first time they've tried to give an actual descriptive overview.
Has been overrun by Nativas
Move that.
and malfunctioning machines and robots.
I would have been so tilted, though, if I wasn't able to stream this after getting home just in time.
In a place like this, you'll occasionally find supply stations set up.
Something completely outside of my control stopping me from doing it after I specifically had to pace myself so that way I would get done in time.
Consumable items. Acquire new skills.
I really
Upgrade equipment.
I really don't like the homogenization of
She can also
RPG elements
to restore.
in all other genres. So whenever they start talking about like ARPG elements in what otherwise looks like a third-person action game, I get really wary that it's going down the same path as like Bayonetta 3.
Is entirely up to the player. On her journey to defeat the Elder Natiba, Eve will sometimes encounter hostile survivors. Or something worse.
Gasp! Her chat is loving this.
What are you going to do after?
Yeah, of course. I don't know. I think it might be kind of 50-50.
Members exist for one sole purpose.
What even is the PlayStation audience? Like, what are they wanting to skip this for? Like they're wanting to skip this so that way they can get to the next thing, which will be something they like? Question mark. Pick your poison between the satellite router and the regular one.
Fine, I can do this alone.
It won't be easy.
I will find it, and I will make it pay. Open it. It's windy.
This was a Korean game, right? It definitely doesn't look like Western character designs. Was it Korea or China?
Drone is different.
This is no longer the drone you knew.
I wish there were an option for 720 at 30 FPS, because a lot of these trailers aren't in 60 FPS anyway. But I wish I could get the resolution higher. I'm glad to see Sony's actually kind of promoting the non-Western games by opening with this. They might close with like, no, they wouldn't close with Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding is a little too weird. But if they have this and Death Stranding, then that would be a pretty good show from not just Western studios. That's what it was called. I think that might be a new logo, though. I don't remember the font. Release date trailer. That's sooner than I was expecting, but I guess it has been a while. Yeah, Korean. I heard him say Haseo. I mean, aside from him saying the name, but I know it said the name, but I was still thinking about what he said and I was processing it. It took me a few seconds to interpret Haseo.
플레이스테이션 스튜디오의 전폭적인 지원 덕분에 그 꿈을 현실화할 수 있게 되었습니다. 기나긴 여정이었고 빨리 팬분들이 4월 26일 스텔라 블레이드를 만나보시기를 기대합니다.
I was getting excited for a second there when I heard the Sega sound. I thought they were going to show some more of the what was the name of that trailer? Power Surge? I thought they were going to show some more of the Power Surge games. They might segue into it. This looks like Sonic Generations, but with Shadow. Which game is this? I thought when I first saw it was Sonic, I was assuming it was Sonic Superstars, but this isn't Sonic Superstars. Did they just straight up make Shadow the Hedgehog 2? Why are they? There's no way they would announce a Shadow the Hedgehog 2 with this stock music in the trailer, right? It is Generations. It's literally what I just said. I said it looks like Sonic Generations, but Shadow's here. And it's Sonic Generations, or Sonic and Shadow Generations. That's like, that came across as a DLC, but there's no way they'd be making DLC for Sonic Generations this many years later, obviously, right? What the heck? That was definitely, unexpected. Let me see if the chat's showing up now. Okay, there we go. Forgot to raise my chair up. Got the wrinkly Crash shirt out. Haven't worn it in a while. Dude, Square Enix said they are using AI-generated elements for this game. They might be using AI-generated assets. And by might, I mean they are. It's a little too high. Dude, I don't understand how some people make it their whole personality to just spam L on every single... I agree with, you know, L on this after what Square Enix said. But I'm skeptical that most people are saying it because of that, because I've been seeing L get spammed in here since the stream started. So I don't understand why, are they just sitting here hitting L on everything? I don't see anyone mentioning the, I don't see anyone mentioning AI stuff in that. I really don't think any of them even know. My DualSense 5, my DualSense 5. What is this color palette? Godzilla? Okay, I see it's obviously still the same game, but that's straight up the actual Godzilla music. And I'm pretty sure it's not public domain. There's no way this is an actual crossover. It is? How did the game Dave the Diver get in talks with whoever is in charge of the IP? What the heck? This has been a very weird presentation so far. Also, I haven't eaten yet. I'm cracking open a kombucha. Since my blood sugar is so low. Is this an actual, no, I don't think so. I was going to say, if this is an actual ARPG, I'm interested, but I think it's mostly, like, crafting stuff. Looks a little too physics-based for me. Was that the reveal trailer? I thought I remembered seeing something like that before. That is a lot of people watching, but I think the last direct or the last state of play had more concurrent viewers, but maybe I'm thinking of the Game Awards.
Let's take a look at what's next for Silent Hill.
Wait, what? That was a Konami rep? Oh yeah, they announced a remake, didn't they? That's what this has to be, right?
Maybe I can be like her.
This isn't Silent Hill 2. This isn't the remake. This is a new one? Question mark? Who are they? I mean, obviously, it's Konami, but who are they having make it? Are they outsourcing it? I don't think they really have any talent in-house still left to make Konami, right? They're giving it the Resident Evil 7 treatment. They're turning it first person. I would be really skeptical about that if Resident Evil had it already proven that you can do that.
Cherry blossoms bloom.
But I think the bigger thing to make people skeptical would be, can Konami still make original games? Well,
Maya? What the fuck? I'm sorry.
yeah, this is giving off big Resident Evil 7 similarities in terms of the direction. Even the trailer direction is kind of similar. The short message. Free to play. Is it just a super short thing? I mean, it says the short message, so maybe it is.
こんにちは。サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。ご覧いただいたのはサイレントヒルザショートメッセージという全く新しい
I remember a subtitle. It's getting shadow dropped. Shadow dropping? Dude, we got Shadow the Hedgehog 2, basically, and shadow dropping a new Silent Hill that's free in the same presentation? What? I'm sure some people are freaking out right now, jumping up and down, but it's just so weird that I don't really know how to react right now. This is the Silent Hill 2 remake. Dude, I might have to upload this whole state of play as a full reaction video. I was not expecting that. Lately, the state of plays typically only have one or two things that I feel are worthwhile to upload as a reaction video. But so far, this one has had one after another. I don't even care about this getting remade. I just care about it being more easily accessible, because you have to emulate this game if you want to play it. Combat looks as if it might be a little jank compared to, you know, a Resident Evil, but even the original was like that. Silent Hill's combat has never been anything to write home about. Again, I'm just more excited for it to be playable. Bioshock creators.
What if I told you that every word you say is being recorded?
Every word?
Every thought you've ever had? Your love.
So, if they say from the creators of Bioshock, it's obviously not Bioshock, but I think it's basically going to be Bioshock.
In your brain, like weeds in a garden. What would you do to free yourself? We both know the answer to that question. Nothing. You are
If it's a first-person shooter,
boiling.
then it'll basically be a spiritual successor to Bioshock, right?
But I'm here to set you free.
I hear typing sounds. Oh, okay. Let's go to say I hear typing sounds, but I don't see her typing. Yeah, this is basically Bioshock. What the heck? The thumbs up. Remember to smash the like button. That was your reminder if you're watching this on YouTube. It's kind of hard to get a sense of the direction. I thought Fix What You Broke was the title for a moment. It's kind of hard to get a sense of the direction there because it kind of seemed all over the place. But just knowing that it's from the Bioshock creators and it's a first-person shooter, it's basically Bioshock 4.
Stare into the flame. Think of this fire as a beacon. Its warmth, its energy. Now, focus your mind on your wife and step
I didn't even have time to read that last name.
the void.
I was in the middle of reading it. It's obviously a VR game if the floating hands didn't give it away. The Rayman hands, if you will. I was going to say that looks like Metro. And that's because it is. Oh, I guess that's the name of the guy that made the novel, so maybe subconsciously I was remembering the name. Okay. I unironically love the graphics of this, even though it probably wasn't deliberately bad on purpose. Buffering. The casting would be interesting in VR. It looks as if you might have to actually move your hands certain ways. Dude, look how shaky the camera is. I think they just straight up recorded gameplay footage without having to, 480p it is. Forgive me for expecting 720p, 60 FPS. Oh. I was like the Crusader shield from Diablo. Legendary Tales. Because it has legendary tales within it.
I knew you would come. Arisen.
Capcom? Oh, it's Dragon's Dogma 2. Dude, they have shown more than enough for this game.
Make no mistake.
I kind of don't want to watch any more trailers.
When the time is come.
New enemy, though. Oh, I think this trailer might actually be 60 FPS. Buffer. Can we buffer 720 yet? We saw that enemy already. A little bit in one of the other trailers. Magic Archer.
Make manifest your will. That's last this world. Right.
I'm already behind. I need to speed it up so it's live again.
Thy will, thy soul.
I don't mind speeding this up because like I said, I kind of don't want to see any more Dragon's Dogma stuff. Like, just for a second, I saw a new enemy or something. Maybe that was a new enemy. I was kind of just looking at it with my peripheral. Rise of the Ronin is that a Team Ninja game? I'm thinking of the right one, right? There were a bunch of samurai games announced coming out around the same time, and this is one of them, and it looked really good. I'm just worried if there's going to be a perceived... Yeah, it's Koei Tecmo, so they must be using Team Ninja, right? I'm just worried if there's going to be a perceived oversaturation of samurai games, because this was in one of the state of plays in which the Shinsengumi Yakuza spinoff was shown as well. And I think a lot of people mixed these two games up with each other. There's a lot of artifacting here. I think the bitrate on this trailer is just really low. Yeah, what the heck? Between Neo 2, Ghost of Tsushima, the Shinsengumi Yakuza game, this. I know Wo Long isn't a Japanese setting, but I think a lot of people probably just look at it and kind of bump them all in together, especially because it was so similar to Neo being made by Team Ninja. Team Ninja has been pumping these games out, though, because it feels as if Neo 2, or it feels as if Wo Long just came out. I was going to say Neo 2. It does feel as if Neo 2 just came out, and they made Wo Long in between Neo 2 and this game. Bruh, it's on 480. Oh wait, no, it's not. I'll let it catch up on 480, and then I'm switching it back. Oh yeah, and Sekiro. I see people complaining in the chat, it reminded me. Even though this game is nothing like Sekiro. Yeah, the bitrate on this trailer is so bad. If I put it on 480p, it looks even worse. This gameplay looks pretty good though, but you know, it's Team Ninja. I always go back and rewatch these trailers off stream with a higher resolution once they re-upload them, or once they upload them anyway, so I don't mind if my first viewing is at 25% faster speed. Oh, that's a Shinsengumi right there, right? It's not blue and white though. Maybe it's hard to tell because of the lighting, but that pattern looks like Shinsengumi. Every game has to have a glider now. I think it is a Shinsengumi game. Why is it called Rise of the Ronin then? Are you playing as Shinsengumi or not? Like in the whole thing. Because remember, like I said, the Yakuza game, that spin-off, was a Shinsengumi game. I wanted to play that, but I think there was something else that came out around the same time.
What did you do? Just messing around with that. It wasn't serious. It's such an idiot.
Is this Until Dawn developer?
There are a few things I
need to make sure you understand.
Going to give you 10 seconds.
The past is beyond our control. You have to accept this in order to move forward. Everything you do
Eek.
from now on will open doors to the future.
The choice is yours.
I want you to remember this. I want you to remember this as you play your game.
What is this voice acting? Yeah, this is Until Dawn, right? Aren't they making a show for Until Dawn, which seems really redundant because the game is already kind of made to be a movie game?
Looking for me.
What's a port? Until Dawn is pretty much made to be an interactive movie, right? That's the whole shtick. So if you turn it into a show, isn't it just going to basically be the same exact cutscenes, just not interactive? Death Stranding 2. I'll have to tell my brother this was in it. He didn't seem too interested in watching the state of play, but he might change his mind if he knows Death Stranding's here. Why is her mask hands? Makes more sense than the umbrella from the first game, though. Probably make it not 25% speed. Aw, I still have some catching up to do. What are they doing? Kojima, what are you doing? We had some of the aging rain, and again, people aren't wearing fully protective suits for some reason. How could this get even weirder than the first one?
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam, and to the G83 Magellan, our mobile base of operations. Come on, I'll help you get your bearings. This is the ship's armory. Here you can check your weapons and put them through their paces.
Dude, Death Stranding is somehow doing well enough to get a sequel.
Here belong to other members of the crew.
Has now given Kojima somehow even more free reign to just do whatever.
This is one hell of a ship you got here. Courtesy
Why
of the UCA.
are they gray?
As I told you, Drawbridge is a civilian outfit. But we do have a generous patron with access to plenty of capital and tech.
Sounds like a UCA big shot.
Don't ask me. We've never met face to face.
You know what's funny? When these actors
Privacy.
were recording these scenes,
No better than the police.
they probably had no idea that they would be fully monochromatic in the final product.
Same deal as America. The people here are all spread out, cut off from one another.
Color's back. They pulled Wizard of Oz. That thing is operating at a different frame rate.
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Dude, what is Kojima on?
Sam, your buttocks. What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
What? You have to carry a baby around and now you have another thing to babysit? And this one complains?
Coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup in your position.
The problem is, not everybody wants to be part of the UCA.
That's not the plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network.
What's your role in all this? You're the commander, huh?
That's right. These days I'm fragile in name only. You brought America together, helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid Death Stranding is far from over.
They said it! Afraid the Death Stranding 2 is far from over.
Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own, especially within the UCA.
Hopefully they made the actual combat better.
They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge.
With the support of the Chiral Network and APAS, humanity will be free from the need to move around. Bots are capable of handling deliveries.
He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
We found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
Bruh.
he said he came back to get revenge on you and me.
We saw this guy in the last trailer.
Did you miss me? Yeah, I figured you'd pay this place a visit, seeing as how I've been distributing the
Is that the Troy Baker character
all over the continent. Guns and violence
from the first one? I think it is. Higgs, that's his name. As in Higgs boson particle. Or Higgs field.
Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this go around. Well, I suppose even a porter has to pull the trigger from time to time.
He's acting weirdly casual for being resurrected.
Hey, buddy, are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me! Pathetic guitarist, where's the rest of your band?
I don't think I'll get used to that thing. I'm going to have fun watching other people's reaction to this.
Was it you, Heads? Huh?
Especially people that don't know much about the first game.
You still don't know, do you?
He did not have a guitar in the first one, right? This is insane. Did they use Shinkawa in the first one? What is his actual role here? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, he definitely was in the first one then. He stayed with Kojima. The music is really good here. Did all the other characters in this scene just scatter and leave?
You don't know a goddamn thing about Lil.
All right, Sam.
I can't believe Kojima somehow convinced all of these actors to come back
If you want answers,
a second time after they got to see what the final product of Death Stranding 1 was.
that pain you nurse will only get worse. Sam the man in the dark.
Dude, I don't even care about Death Stranding, but this is probably one of the most
Don't forget.
interesting trailers ever.
To help you find the strength to carry on.
I don't care about Death Stranding, but this was definitely a great trailer to have in a presentation.
Journey, Sam.
Oh, I think that's the first time we got a subtitle on the beach.
Please understand, Sam.
I wonder if they had to mocap the hands. The hand she's wearing on her neck. I wonder if somebody had to mocap them and you got another mocap actor to put his hands, to rest his hands on her shoulders like that. I wonder if that's what they did.
There are amino acids in tar, as in proteins?
Of course. How else did you think that chiral creatures could emerge from it?
Yeah, how else?
Some have even theorized that the tar is a sort of primordial soup.
I was there. I saw her home. And it was a hellhole.
You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated.
Maybe they are ending the presentation with Death Stranding 2. They said about 40 minutes, and it's been 40 minutes. I didn't think they would. I thought that they consider, wow, next year, and this year just started. I don't think they've ever ended with Death Stranding 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've never ended a presentation with it. And I thought they definitely
Now here with me today is visionary
would keep that trend, because it just seems like too much of a weird thing to close out a presentation. But that trailer was so long and crazy, maybe that's why they decided it was worth it.
Hideo's going to take us on an exciting new adventure, one that I've been encouraging him to reinvent for years.
Huh? Oh, I forgot about this thing. They're announcing something that hasn't even begun production, that's going to begin production after 2025. Why even say it? Dude, if you can make another essentially another Metal Gear Solid, though, that'll definitely fill a void that's been present ever since he left Konami.
This is one of my favorite genres, one that I've been hoping you would revisit with a bold new vision. Can you share anything else about this new development?
But you can't tell us anything because it's not even made yet. They haven't even started it yet. Anything you can tell us about this game? Yeah, it doesn't exist yet. Yeah, okay. We get it, Kojima. You like movie games. You like really long cutscenes.
We're all really excited about this project, and we will fully support you with the latest innovation Sony has to offer. More details to come.
Stay tuned.
At least Kojima's definition of a movie game is something so weird and experimental and sort of fourth wall breaking. It's completely different from a normal AAA movie game, right? What? Is that related to the action espionage game, or is that just some kind of other thing he's working on? I'm not even going to read into it with him.
State of Play will return February 6th with an extensive look at Final Fantasy.
Oh, they're doing a separate one just for that. Yeah, I hadn't mentioned it yet because I forgot, but when I went into this, I was expecting them to end with Final Fantasy VII. I thought they wouldn't end with Death Stranding 2 because it's too weird and a lot of people probably don't like it. So I think ending with Final Fantasy VII would have been a much safer thing to end it with, but I guess they have such a big trailer or showcase for it. That's why Death Stranding 2 ended up being the actual end of this, because they had designated a separate live stream for FF7. So anyways, I don't know if anybody was watching during that. I wasn't paying attention to the viewer count because I was just paying attention to the stream the whole time. But that was actually surprisingly interesting. I had zero expectations for this. So I'm actually glad I managed to get home in time to watch that, because I would have definitely felt as if I missed out if I had to watch this later, right? Even though I'm watching the same exact thing, you guys know watching it live is obviously better. I'm glad I saw the Sonic thing live as well, because that's probably the one thing I wouldn't want spoiled is the Sonic thing, whatever that was. Whereas, like, if somebody said Death Stranding 2 was there, I wouldn't care about that being spoiled. But the Sonic thing in particular, I'm so glad I didn't hear people talk about it, because if I heard people talking about Sonic and Shadow Generations, I would have some idea of what to expect going into it. And the confusion that I had watching that, I think, was part of the experience that I would have otherwise not had if I didn't make it back in time. So I'm actually thinking about putting that whole thing on YouTube. I need to see how long it is. It should be under 50 minutes, so it's not even an hour. Yeah, maybe I'll put the whole thing on YouTube and timestamp it. It's been a while since I've done that for an entire State of Play. I have no idea what the thumbnail is going to be, though. What would I even put in the thumbnail? Maybe Shadow. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you thought about that in the comments, and I will see all of you guys later. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.